All right, hello everyone. In theory, you are watching me and Garrett here live from AdeptiCon. We've got the players currently sitting down, getting ready. So T4 is being set up right now. We'll get a link in the chat for you in a little bit. But we are excited to be back once again, third year, Garrett.
This is it, Ken. I'm super excited. We've got a lot of new technology and tech happening, and we've got an amazing setup. We've got a tent over our stream table, so our players won't get washed out by light. It's going to make it way easier to see. We have some other surprises, as you might be able to see on screen right now. It's going to make commentating 10 times easier. This is day one. I think Jackson told me, Machi, that we're at 146 players have arrived, and we might be able to get up to the 150 if more trickle in late here. So holy smokes, we got a lot of people.
Please make sure you guys let us know if you can hear us and everything else. Looks like you can, because we already got a couple people commenting in. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick little break here to finish getting set up while players come onto the tables, and then we're going to get started. Sound good, Garrett?
I am so ready. Let's do it.
Awesome. Hello and welcome back to ION Radio. Ken here inside the Baird Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where AdeptiCon is clearly taking place. Over the next 3 days, we're going to bring you 11 rounds of the highest Star Wars Armada competitive action as we present the World Championship Tournament. Today is day one. About 150 players will battle over 4 rounds to make the cut to be able to continue on to tomorrow. Watch on as Garrett and I go through this round-by-round action and hope you guys at home enjoy our banner surrounding where all the ships are manufactured and what type of soap that Ewoks use. So make sure you've already grabbed your power converters from the Tashi station, because on ION Radio, day one of the 2025 Star Wars Armada World Championship Tournament begins right now.
Welcome to the 2025 Star Wars Armada World Championship Tournament at AdeptiCon. You are watching all the tabletop action here on ION Radio. This live broadcast is brought to you by Atomic Mass Games, AdeptiCon, Borstel Galactic Defense and NK7 Ion Cannon. Crush defenses and overwhelm with Overload Pulse upgrade packages. Incom Corporation, bringing you an all-purpose space superiority fighter with the T-65 X-Wing Starfighter. And Horsch Kushel Drive Incorporated, bringing munificent class frigates to the entire galaxy. Financing available through the Trade Federation. And here are your hosts, Ken Krajniak and Garrett Vance.
Hello everyone, we are once again live here here in Milwaukee. So hello everyone and welcome to AdeptiCon in round one of the 2025 Star Wars Armada World Championship Tournament. It's been a long 12 months, but we are ready once again to begin the journey to crown a new champion. We've got 11 rounds of combat over 3 days, and will be covered exclusively here on ION Radio. Hello everyone, I'm Ken Krajniak, along with the current Chicago Uprising champion, Garrett Vance. We've got Chris Rome on reporting table side for us, and we're going to get all the action to you. We've got a great mix up here, so let's actually get to the overhead, the scoreboard, and we're going to tell you what we have going on here.
All right, hey folks, I'm super excited. We've got 2 fantastic players, both in the United States, our own Tim Bailey and Jared Esselcoats, and we're going to tell you a little about our players while they get set up here and deployed. What you want to know first, though, obviously, is Jared is going to be first player, and Tim picked his Capture the VIP.
Ooh.
Let's start there. Let's start here. Now, listen, Jared, his Discord handle is Baron Von Bundy. He is from Minnesota. He's only played this fleet for 1.5 years, so he's very experienced with it. Fun fact about him, he's a fellow Marine, so Semper Fidelis to him. Another veteran on. And then our second player, you may know him. It is Tim Bailey. He is from Orlando, Florida. This is the famous Nebulon Akbar fleet. And he has just won the first Star Wars championship here at AdeptiCon and has a medal. I believe that was for trivia, which is actually pretty impressive to win here. There's a lot of geeky nerds, as we know, as we all are here. All right, Ken, let's get into these fleets.
Garrett, I'm going to also, while we're going over fleets, I'm going to bring up the Capture the Flag card so people can read that as setup's happening. Actually, you know what, let me move it off to the side just so that no one, it's not blocking anything. Right now, I believe Tim is up on top. Jarrett is on the bottom of the screen as we're looking at it. So again, please folks at home, let us know if you can hear us. Oh wait, there was a change. Krajniak is first player. We're gonna see if there's any change here with players as we go on, but we'll let you know. But let's go over the lists. So which one do you want to take first?
I'm going to take Jarrett, all right?
All right.
So Jarrett is flying dual MC30s with a Rebel Pelta. I'm sorry, not a Rebel Pelta. Dual MC30s. It's called Speed Kills YT Madness, version 5. Here we go. All right, so his flagship is an Agate MC30 torpedo frigate. He's got Whalix ballistics on it, Haken and Schollen, advanced projectors, X-Racks, H9s, and Foresight. I love H9s.
H9s are fun.
MC30s.
I've been using them lately on the MC30s, and man, getting that extra little bit out of capability and utility to modify your desk. And yeah, exactly.
All right, his second MC30, another torpedo frigate. It's got expert shield tech, board experts, advanced projectors, X-Racks, XI7s, and admonition. Now, his XI7s won't be as useful against these Nebulons.
No, not with the Nebulons.
They're not redirecting anything. We got a GR75 with Bright Hope, of course, a CR90A with Ezra and TRCs. I love seeing Ezra. And then for the squads, we have 2 YT2400 Rogues, Dash Rendar, Ketsu, a Z95 squad, and Tycho Selchuk. So this is an all-around great, fast Rebel fleet. He wants to get in, shoot. All right, we're getting some information from the table.
First Nebulan put out on the table is Speed 3. I'm going to remove the scoreboard so we can see the full table. We have almost all of it this time.
Yes, we're missing like 2 inches on the far sides. Ken, tell us about this Nebulon Akbar fleet with the Pelta.
All right, our friend Tim here has a Pelta Nebulan fleet here called Domination. The flagship is a Pelta assault ship with Admiral Akbar and Intensify firepower. There are 2 Nebulan B support refits, both with auxiliary shields team. There's a Nebulan B support refit with Tornfar, aux shields team, and enhanced armament, and a second Nebulan B support refit with auxiliary shields team and enhanced armament. 4 squadrons. Tim has 2 YT-1300s, Jan Ors, and a singular A-wing squadron. So this is going to be interesting.
All right, looks like they're putting out squads now.
All right, we are watching as the action unfolds, and Chris is giving us information in our ears. So if we sound a little distracted, folks, it's because we're hearing multiple
listening
things at
in
once.
our ears. All right, they're putting squads down. Both the Nebulons are at Speed 3. Bright Hope went down at Speed 2, and then MC-30's at Speed 3.
And right now we've got our squads going out. So we're getting reports from table side. We'll keep you posted as we see things come out.
All right, that's the last of Tim's squadrons.
There's Jan Ors and our generic, I believe that's the generic A-wing.
Yep. All right, the YT-2400s are out.
Now our hope for you folks this year is to make sure that we can give you information faster and better than we have in the past. So this ought to be fun. In fact, actually, we have a slightly different view I'm going to show you guys so you can
that's
see.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that really showcases things. We decided to put a tent up to kill a lot of the ambient light because we are directly underneath one of those giant convention lights.
A lot of foot candles.
So hopefully these pictures are going to look better for you guys at home.
Yeah, so we're going to fight on this right-hand side of the board here. Again, these are Akbar Nebulons. I'm looking at these obstacles.
Yeah, this one just going down to
Speed 3. I'm interested to see how much this impacts obstruction-wise at the side. Now bear with us, folks. I'm going to try and talk and use our telestory at the same time. We're gonna get going here. So we have our MC-30 here on this side of the board. And I'm thinking if it can stay and ram
Speed 2 for that Nebula.
Hold up this convoy that's coming, that would really shut down Tim's ability to, it would activation lock him, get him stuck, and take away those
CR90 going down now. This is Ezra.
All right, the Ezra CR90.
Worth noting that right now Tim is on the left, Jared's on the right from this view.
All right, he is measuring. Let's see what he's going to do. Ooh, speed 4.
That's
on
moving
that
in
MC30.
pretty fast. Actually, let's go back to the overhead view. I want to take a look at what this looks like in.
This is a lot of speed.
It really
Everyone's
is.
going fast. So that MC30 is going to capture that token there.
Man, this is going to be interesting. I think we're going to get a.
Actually, you know what? The best move here. I forgot that the token's right there. He's going to grab that token.
Yeah, he is.
And he's going to cruise. Hopefully, double arc one of these Nebulons. Take those points. Get the 50 points.
Speed 3, man, we're moving. This is going to be a speedy game, Garrett.
Yeah. All right, handshake.
Chris, I just want to confirm, we're still playing Capture the VIP, correct? Okay, excellent. So Capture the VIP is the current objective. So I'm going to get that back up just so you guys can see that. And maybe we should actually even talk about Capture the VIP. What do you think, Garrett?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you activate distance 1, you grab that token, and you speed off. Because at the end of the game, 50 points.
50 points is 50
If you
points.
pick up 50 points, 1 or 2 squads, and one of those ships, you're cruising in 7.
At a 7-4.
7.
And actually,
a safe 7.
when you're looking at the current scores values of each one of these ships, you look at Tim's fleet, a lot of them are between about 50 and 70 points. And when you look at Jared's fleet, a lot of his are kind of in the same, they're a little bit more, they're closer to 100 or so.
Yeah, the 2 MC30s.
But in either case, 50 points could potentially swing this game.
Chris, is that Agate MC30 the one on the left? All right, yeah. So, Foresight with Agate on it is the far left MC30. Okay, looks like we've got dials set. I think we're about to officially begin.
Rocking and rolling here, Garrett. About ready to start turn 1.
That Pelta Speed 2 is hanging out there. It could get really caught by these MC30s, and those Nebulons will not be able to help it. All right, so Tim is activating a Nebulon. He's doing his auxiliary shield teams, getting those one point shields up to 2 points.
Right.
Here he comes, Speed 3.
And get you a slightly better angle here. We had an engineering dial show up there. Again, help out with that aux shield team.
Yep, the only way to do it. All right. Setting up. All right, let's see what Jared picks to do here. And I think Jared will get some pass tokens as well.
CR90, we have a nav. Jared's looking for something. I think he dropped something.
This is our Ezra
Hopefully not his
CR90.
wallet. He's grabbing tokens.
Here we go.
I was just letting him know that I'm going to run the
Here's our moving ahead. Again, speed 4, that's going to be fast. I'm waiting to see how we're going to leverage Ezra to really move some of these obstacles around at some point. I think we're probably going to see that round 2, maybe round 3.
Probably round 3. He's going to wait and see where Tim's fleet ends up.
Another aux update here.
Yep. I guess the downside of this conga line Akbar situation is he has to activate all these in the order they're placed.
Right, because if he doesn't do it that way, he's going to be ramming. That's going to knock out your abilities to do things.
So Jared knows exactly what's happening on Tim's side of the board.
Right. Hello, Singapore.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's the flag with the upside of Poland, except with the crescent. There's another flag that's upside down Poland, too. What is that? I can't remember.
Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but squadron compositions. Yeah, we get you squadron compositions.
Yep. So on Jared's fleet, he's got 2 YT-2400s.
We've got a squadron token being taken on that GR75.
Yep. So 2 YT-2400s, Dash Rendar, Ketsu Anyu, a Z-95, and Taiki Chelsea. All right. And then we have 2 YT1300s, Janors, and A-Wings on Tim's side.
All right, so we've got, here's our...
Blue Nebula. Now remember, Akbar is on the Pelta with intensified firepower. It's a dangerous, slow flagship.
It's B2 running here with this Blue Nebula. I do like the way, again, this is one of the things that's kind of fun watching all the fleets come out during Worlds is everyone's painted ships.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and Tim's are really cool too. He's got his bases painted white.
Yes, he does.
It's a cool theme instead of clear.
So something new to look at.
All right, here comes Agate. He's getting set up to grab that token
We got
next
a
turn.
nav. Look like we're going probably speed 2-3, but we're thinking about it. Tokening the nav. And hello here to Thought Donor Radio, who I believe stopped by and waved at us earlier today. So thanks for coming to AdeptiCon. Stop by between the breaks, between rounds, say hello to us.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So that MC30, we just got word it's Brace as the Agate token.
Awesome.
So 2 evades, 2 redirects, a Brace, and Foresight, and advanced protections.
That's going to be a tough
hard
one.
to kill. MC30, oh my god.
MC30s are bad enough, but when you throw Agate, another brace, you put a brace on it, which isn't normal for it.
Yeah. All right, last Nebulon going here. Yep, more auxiliary shield.
Well, it's on every single one of the Nebulons.
Wait,
So I mean,
listen,
this is
you need it.
yeah,
Okay,
you really do. You do.
Especially we have no Vanguard here.
Yeah. So we're gonna, but you know, I mean, again, Akbar shots could potentially come into play here. We're circling the edges here.
Yeah, these obstacles are gonna hurt
But
hard,
it's gonna knock them out, because when you start looking at your side armaments of your Neb Bs, it's not going to be an easy thing. You got to find a clear shot or two.
Yeah, he's going to get in a tough spot here.
I agree.
All right, he's marking some squadrons. He's got to move them.
Hey, if anyone is actually watching us live here at AdeptiCon, they've got our screens. Let us know if you've how we sound here on the floor of the convention center.
This is round 1, so any bugs we're trying to work the kinks out right now.
Yeah.
We've got people talking to us. We're trying to run the telestrator, look at chat, look at the screen, keep track of the info, and not get lost, and not sound silly when we're saying things.
And look at how many folks are out here playing Armada. They even got the Armada flags up on top there.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Janors, overlap, pushed into the back. But that's okay, because Janors can be, what is it, distance 2, I believe?
I think so. I could be wrong. She's only speed 3 though, so
Last
even,
big
even
30.
getting overlap kind of sucks for a speed 3
Nav.
squadron.
Token.
All right, he's going to concentrate his MC30 firepower here. Looks like he's going to line it up with his Agate.
Yeah, there is going to be a little bit of background noise. I think the real question is do we sound better? I mean, is there a lot of wind noise, etc., in what we're saying?
Yeah, well, the background noise is kind of nice because the players can't hear us talking. It's way better than other years.
Yeah, this year we're actually talking at our normal voice, and no one can really hear, the players can't really hear us very well. So we can make fun of them or talk about them and say, man, this is not what I would do. But, good stuff like that. Plus, it gives you that feeling of being here live at AdeptiCon.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sebastian.
Hey, Simon.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
He's obviously sending this Pelta to high. Chris, can you tell me what that Pelta command dial was again? Sorry. Con fire. Yep. The power up for that intensified firepower. My favorite fleet command.
Well, we know you and your intensified firepower with your Venators and your Spats. And
well, I like it on my Providence. All right, my
well,
CIS.
that's true. You've moved to the CIS fleets now, entrenched, right?
I was starting to get bullied. Okay.
All right, 1300's onto the station. Cro-Magnon, thank you for joining us. We wish you could be here too. We would love to have an audience, but it is what it is.
There's some last minute space you can get here fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to, you're not going to get points for round one, but in about 2 hours, you might be able to get into round two.
We can find you a player. We'll find you an opponent.
We'll get you a spot.
All right, now Tim's going to move his 2. Tycho and the Z95.
I like the yellow on the back of the 1MC30. I may have to repaint one of mine to look like that.
It does look cool. It looks really. He's got a tiny decals that you can't see on the camera. They look like World War II bomber paint jobs.
I'm going to have to take a closer look. We might get these close to the camera towards the end of the game. And we'll definitely post pictures later. The Creature, thank you for joining the stream. We've got no real damage done yet. We are in round 1. And we are currently score 0-0 playing Capture the VIP.
All right, this is the YT2400.
Oh, here's our first roll.
Oh.
We didn't catch that. What wound up happening?
Was there any damage?
1 damage done.
And what was this shooting into?
We were talking so much and enjoying the action, we weren't paying attention to the dice rolls.
This was shooting the generic A-wing. Another damage.
And
1 back, counter back 1.
we got some more shots that we're looking at coming at here. And once we get back to maneuver, I'm going to quick.
All right, here comes Dash Rendar. Dash can hit like a truck. I don't think he's going to get close enough, possibly. It's hard to see here. Oh yeah, he's got it. Plastic. Gearing up for that roll.
They're looking at their score sheets.
Oh yeah, judges are doing work out here, handing out score sheets. All right, here we go. Ooh, another 2 damage. Reroll with Dash's ability. Nope, just 2. He's gonna counter back for 1. That's a miss. All right, so is that A-wing dead, Chris? All right, that A-wing has been taken out. So he's down to Jan Ors and the 2 YTs.
Still moving our ships around here.
Ketsu's on the asteroid field.
He's on there. Okay, you know what we're going to do, folks? We're going to plop up. I'm going to move this down so that we can see it. Because we're only using a portion of the of the screen.
Right.
But that way you guys have it here in case we miss something. In fact, I think I can even make that a little bit larger, Garrett.
But yeah, no one's going on that side of the board.
Yeah, so this way we won't make a mistake and you guys catch all the action. Because we're only playing on a 3x3, as most games of Armada are wont to happen. That is a quadruple Nebulon list on the side here.
4 Nebulons with a intensified firepower pelter.
Yes.
Akbar. Looks like we're getting ready to go into turn 2 here, round 2. All right.
Intensified. So we're now in round 2.
Yep. IF is powered up. I don't know if anything's going to be in range. Maybe just the front arc of that front Nebulon. Yep. Activating Akbar, queuing up a con fire token to keep firing up intensified firepower.
And then just moving around the side here. Again, like you were saying, Garrett, we've got that conga line, right?
Yep.
That if you're not if you don't do it right, you're ramming into yourself.
That's right.
We got a ship marker here.
Move it out of the way a little bit.
Let's kind of see what we're at here as that ship goes back down.
All right. Now I think Jared's going to activate his CR90 and
Probably the CR90.
GR75, bake these nebulons in as long as possible.
Agreed.
Because Tim has to move the front ones first.
Yeah, because if he doesn't, that's just going to sit there and
Yep. Ezra's activating on the CR90. Drop it to 2.
answering here in chat. Han Brolo, thank you for joining us. Yes, we are here once again for the third time at AdeptiCon, this year in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How many cups of coffees and how many times am I going to ask for it? I am on cup number 1. And what I'm going to say is I'm starting to get a little older now, and I can't drink as much coffee as I used to.
I have a cooler of energy drinks.
So, yeah, I'm not going to do I had to stop the energy drinks like 20 years ago, Garrett. Those aren't good for me. Let's keep that count. In fact, I like that idea so much. Speed 2, taking it as a dial. I've got a Ken coffee counter. I got 1 right now. So, Han Brolo, we will be updating you with that as we go along. Again, thanks so much for watching. And, if you are watching, let us know where in the world you're watching from, because we love seeing how many people internationally are watching the streams here at AdeptiCon.
I think we got Poland so far, Singapore, I think Germany.
I believe we've got Germany in here as well today on stream.
All right.
Especially coming here from, rainy thunderstorm here in Milwaukee.
All right, leading Nebulon, Confire dial. He's activation locked. He's got to move it. Let's see if he takes a shot. Probably will. This is the Agate MC30. The shot's going to do nothing.
We're firing at the side of the MC30.
Ready? Still making some measurements.
There we go. It's
all right, he does have IF.
So there's that H9. No, that's intensified.
Yep. Intensify firepower. H9 makes an accuracy. All right, well. Just evades it.
It's gone. Sure. I mean, why not at this point, given the range?
That's right.
And you got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello from Germany. From Denmark, New Jersey, Ontario, Canada, Poland. What did I miss here? I'm going backwards and upside down. Quebec City in Canada.
This Nebulon is going to be in a dangerous spot. These squadrons are going to be able to hit it. He's going to get hit from this. He might be able to take an obstructed shot from this. It's going to take a ton of firepower.
It is. I think we are going to see a little bit. Oh, that looks like he dodged. Only the side arc there?
That's still a lot, Ken. That's still a lot of damage.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I agree with you, but...
Switzerland. Nice.
Switzerland, Ireland. We were just in Ireland last summer.
Oh, hi, Jacob.
All right, activation here, GR75 with the squadron. Tycho and the generic Z95s are sitting there. So Tycho, or as some people like to say, Tico.
That's Tycho.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I've done it once. I'm happy.
I'm going to bring the Mark Thompson audiobook.
I am
official.
I am only saying
narrator.
Tico for our friends in Denmark.
I bet Jacob would even agree with me.
You never know. I mean, we'll let Jacob weigh in on this one.
Tycho or Tico?
Yeah. Well, that capture the VIP token, which is, right here.
Yeah, Agate's about to pick that bad boy up.
Yeah.
shoot into this neb and then scoot away. Crag from Quebec. Hi, Crag.
All our Canadian friends watching, thank you so much for joining the stream. Hopefully we can give you as good of coverage as we can here from Adepticon.
Another Nebulon going.
Number 7.
Obviously no
looking
shots.
for a shot. He could shoot himself, but not allowed in this game.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Probably not a wise idea.
All right, he's taking a Confire token from his Confire dial.
Also want to thank Eric Schrader for doing our voiceover work in our intro. Let us know what you guys thought of our new intro sequence we're running this year for Worlds.
I think it's fun.
Speed 3 still on the sucker.
Speed 3, man. These are speedy Nebulons. Aggressive.
Hello from Australia. Well, in Australia.
Now, if this
People from
Nebulon-
Australia.
If this Nebulon goes here, now this one's gonna probably have to go here.
Might be able to jink, but I mean, then you're going to be like, those MC30s are tough.
I don't know if he has nav dials put up.
Actually, Chris, if we could get the shield status on the leading Nebulon B when you get a chance, please.
Should be 3 and 2.
Oh, and there is a T4 link. Let me get that up in the stream.
Yep. So
Right,
the Auxial
leading Nebulon's still in good shape.
Well, hasn't shot yet.
Just double checking. Thank you, Chris.
It's like agates. Let's get on over here, King. Get closer. Closer. Get cozy, all right?
Do you want to get cozy?
Get cozy. You got to fit this camera lens for these people,
I mean,
all right?
look at this, folks. We're cozy, very much. So, I mean, but it's fortunately Garrett and I like each other. So,
That's right.
Oh, hey, we got some dice being rolled.
All right, this is the side shot, MC30 into the front, I'm supposing. I'm going to ask. Hey, Chris, is this to the front of the Nebulon B? Is this the front of the Nebulon? Yep, side to front.
And you got that MC30 shot. That looks like that's X-Rax.
Holy smokes. So he's got the X-Rax, he's got Cake and a Sholin if he wants to use it. He's got H9s.
I mean, that's 2, 4, 6, 7 damage. You got 1. That's going to block probably the brace, right?
All right.
We ordnance experts? Yep.
Cake and a Sholin.
Or Cake and a Sholin, rather. Yeah.
Reel those.
Yeah, so you got an extra 1.
I would turn that. Yep, he's going to H9 into an accuracy. Yep, that's the move.
Ooh, that's going to
Let's
hurt.
see what he's blocking down. Chris, let us know what tokens get locked down. So he must have blocked down the braces. He's spinning the evade.
Getting our field report here, folks.
All right, we're on the fight. Ooh, depowered armament.
Depowered armament.
Well, that Nebulon's at close range now.
Yeah, it's not going to be a big deal.
So we got no shields on the front, and we took 2 damage to the hole, it looks like.
This was to the front, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no redirects. All right, so we have that captured VIP token on board.
Yeah, definitely. That'll scratch the paint all right on that Neb B.
Yes, it's in trouble.
Now we're moving around a little bit.
And Jared has those rogue fighters, and they're going to finish the job.
Yeah. Zero
Okay.
shields in the front, 3
2
hull
face down,
damage.
and depowered armament.
Ouch. And when you start looking at what you've got, I mean, a Neb B has 5 total hulls, so 2 more shots on that, it's gone.
Yep, bombers will easily get it. I mean, this other MC30, if it's in medium range, you might clean it up. ran over Dash in one of the YT 2400s. But they're speed 4.
Well, remember, auxiliary shields teams here, so Tim does have a little bit of a buffer. Not a lot, but a little bit. So you are going to kind of kick in
If they can get in the front, though,
an extra shield there. But so, yeah, exactly. But blocking both those braces definitely is what did all the damage.
H9s, man.
Checking our arcs.
Trying to see if we're in long range. So we might get maybe an Akbar shot. Front to side.
Front to side.
So that second and tail Nebulon, I think, is going. Find out. Make sure here. Confire.
Confire.
Here we go. Front to side.
Well, there's a crit. Another hit.
They Confire added in. I if it to a hit. 3 damage. Agate says, oh well.
Two dice going with Admo. And redirecting
Foresight.
the other one to the side.
Foresight.
Oh yeah, this is Foresight though, right?
And then we've advanced projectors, so I'll put it on the other side.
All right, so shield's down to 2.
So a single damage. 1 shield gone on the right-hand side of Agate.
Pretty much full status on that. Just a
It's
little
gone.
bit of damage.
It's
but
gone,
yeah.
Ken. Agate is gone.
Yeah.
Taking those 50 points and leaving.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you can jump speed 4 easily enough.
So we'll probably kill this Neb B. We've got the A-Wings. We're looking at 120 points almost.
So right now, we've got Tim taking a look at what his options are maneuver-wise. That Neb B may overlap that debris field. It's going to be close. I don't know if we get a good view on that. We are on the debris field, so that's going to be 2. It's got to come from somewhere.
You got to take
on
out
the rear, yeah.
It's okay though. The rear weren't going to get hit.
No.
But actually, I take that back. Squadron.
The squadrons, and you got rogue balls, right? So
Yeah.
double arc on the neb
front.
from
And
the other MC-30.
And it's a torpedo.
Yeah.
Not a scout, so it's just blues.
This is going to be problematic, folks.
Did he use a pass token? Yep, pass token used.
Concentrate fire taken as a token on the currently activated Nebulon. Is that the blue one?
Yep.
Yeah. Russell, thank you so much for watching. Speed 2. We're glad to be back here at AdeptiCon, once again providing live coverage. And hopefully, yeah, we can entertain you all weekend long. We've got 10 more rounds to go after this one. All right, so we got the one Neb B, not Neb B, the MiG-30 with the...
Yep, Agate's got the token. All right, here we go.
Token.
Jared's,
Okay.
looks like we're at medium.
Long range.
Oh, it is at long range. Never
Long
mind,
range,
no shot.
just outside. So that's a torpedo frigate, so we got no shots.
Yeah, so that's okay though. We got all the squadrons. Oh, he's coming in.
Ooh.
He plans to clean this fleet up.
This is interesting. If he can stay in a lot of the front arcs, there is a distinct chance that he's going to be able to take down at least one and probably 2 of them.
Well, this thing is going to... Squads are going to get this guy.
Yep.
And then this guy's... If this guy can escape, maybe. But I think he'll be able to double arc this. We'll kill that in one activation. And then these guys will run into him in the front, and they'll get stuck unless they can jump around it.
Yeah.
But he has so many squadrons here. They're gonna attack. Oh my gosh. This is about to be a brutal fight.
Yeah, this is
and
going
he's
to be...
sending the CR90 around too, and that soon will be in range as well to get more long-range TRC shots in. But Agate is definitely gonna
she's gone.
get out of here with that token. Hello, everybody. Hello. The YT1300s are Speed 2. Speed 2. Really? Oh man. Ken and I just found another exciting tech thing we missed. You can see our blue dot that we're using to draw around, which is even better.
Yeah, there's, again, a little delay here from what goes live to what you have. We're in the squadron phase, but, so I can use this as a pointer, Garrett. Look at this.
That's so good.
Like, here is Kirsta Agate on this MC30. Generic 1300s, or YT1300s are moving.
All right, they're coming in to lock them up. 7-hole.
Here's Janors. Is it bad that I'm excited about a little blue dot?
It makes it so much easier to talk about anything when you can point at the screen.
That sounds like that's the Legion crowd.
Yeah, they're getting a little too excited.
You will have to let us know, folks, if you hear the Legion people next to us.
All right, now Ketsy's a bomber. She's free. She's rogue. Oh yeah, we're attacking the front of the Nebula. All right, here we go. Let's get this black dice out. Or 2 blues, I'm sorry. Double die bomber. Hit crit. He has a red evade from earlier. 2 fresh braces. Burn the evade. Rerolling the crit. To accuracy. Okay, that's good. So he's just going to take 1 face down. So he has 1 health left. 1 health left in the Neb.
Legion people, it's Endless's stream. I forget.
Forest Moon?
Winter Mood, Forest Mood, something like that, yeah. Generic 1300, 2400. So that's one of the...
All right, we're going to try and take down this generic YT1300.
We got dice coming out.
Good hit.
That's 3, that's good. So Janors has to figure out if she's going to use the brace. Yep.
Janors is going to reduce that. 3 to 2 probably. It's in range.
3 on the 1300, so that leaves what? There's 8 on, or 7 on the...
Yeah, Janors it to 2, so he's got 5 left. Counter back.
Counter,
for
nothing. Crit, nothing.
Torn far.
Torn
reroll.
far.
All right, here we go. Same YT target, another rogue. Not a good roll. 3 accuracies and a crit. Counter back for 1. Alright, we got Dash Rendar.
Taking a quick look, no one's done yet with round 1. Kind of early though, too.
Dash Rendar's reroll. 2 damage. Oh, Janors it to 1. That puts that YT down to 4-hole. Not as good as you'd want. Whiffing that 1 YT completely.
No, I agree.
That damage. Counters back for 1. Does a reroll. Alright, we're going to send in the second YT1300. So that lead Nebulon has ditched its evade now.
Round 3. Update the scoreboard for you guys.
This is going to be a lot. So, thankfully, Tim gets to start the game off with that lead Nebulon. It's still live on one hole.
And
so
he is first player.
It will get a really good Akbar side shot into that MC30 with the yellow tail. He'll have IF with it. I'm sure he'll have a Confar dial queued up probably.
I think this is actually table 1. It is table 1.
Yeah, table 1, day 1.
And that be number 4 going first.
Okay, IF up and running.
Okay, we got a nav.
So who's he activating?
Neb number 4.
Number 4 is activating, not the one that is on 1 remaining.
I'm looking to figure out, I think they're trying to see if that's double arc on the front of the MC30. All right, front to side.
Okay, number 4 is activating, front to side.
Ooh, there's 3
It's
with
a good roll.
Right, against an FC30. Though you want to redo that, IF that, I would.
Yep, he's doing it.
There's
No
your
reason
4.
to have an accuracy on a first shot.
Because we've got 2 evades.
We got advanced
2
projectors and admonition here on this. Yep,
There goes
evade
an evade.
reroll. Good evade.
Yeah. Redirecting to the rear. Advanced projectors, gotta love it.
Here's
That's
our
now
side shot.
down. Side into the front. You got 2 coming in.
Torn far reroll.
Torn far.
2 damage.
Still taking the 2. Making decisions on the defense tokens. It looks like he might be spending a redirect. Took 2 there.
So he's got
One
one
shield.
shield left
One
on the
shield
right
left.
side of the MC30. 1 shield. And this is probably going to be a ram.
I mean, I don't know how you're not going to do that.
He does have a nav command.
But nav command, using that extra dial, there might, using the extra yaw because of the dial, might be able to get around it.
Possibly.
It's going to be close. I'm going to have to wait till that's on the board. They're going to have to mark the MC30. That much is for certain.
Probably, yep.
Up it goes.
I do not know if this will clear.
It's going to be
Well,
close.
he can't. He's
Can't
gotta,
do that.
Can't do that. He's got to go on the other side. Well, there we go. They're correcting it.
There we go. I think they need one of those AdeptiCon ship markers is what they need.
Yeah, we need to put those on the side. Again, round 1, working the kinks out.
Yeah, working the kinks out, that's right. Two hours and 15 minutes is the round. We've been playing for about 45 minutes.
40 minutes,
50
45.
minutes. We can get a check for you at some point. That's definitely gonna.
Yep.
So we'll land at 1.
Is he going to overlap that debris field again?
I
yeah,
think so.
for sure.
Overlapping
So
debris
he's-
field 2 coming off the front? Wow, okay. 2 off the front, that leaves 1 left on that net B.
2 on the left and right.
We're going to get a shield update here in a second, folks.
So he's got. All right, so he's got 2 shields on the left, 1 shield on the right, 1 shield on the front.
We're definitely jamming, and now we are slamming. Yes,
right.
We are doing that, Chris.
So now that
Thank you for
Nebulon
joining in.
has a damage. The MC30 has a ram damage, but this MC30 is going to activate. I know if I want to secure this kill, that's Jared, and then hit this other Nebulon. So we can, MC30 slash.
An MC30. Well, I mean, you could potentially do that, yeah.
Yeah, Akbar's about to get slashed here.
So, all right. Yes, I did. That was not a mispronunciation. That was an intentional statement.
Yeah, Jacob never weighed back in, so I don't know.
No, yeah. We need Jacob to sit there and settle his argument, so. The choice of Star Wars Armada. Definitely thinking through options here in terms of what we want to do. Jared's being careful, looking at ranges, figuring out how he wants to make this attack.
Well, because I don't think right now, it looks like he has an Akbar shot from that. Where's our buttons? Here we go. All right, so this Nebulon does have the MC30 double art.
Yeah. But that MC30.
Okay, admonition is going. All right, here we go. This is the yellow tail.
Yeah. We're going to definitely have some shots. Side to front.
Yep, he's going to clean this guy up. He's got it.
We're in our dice are being pulled together.
Here we go. This is X-Rax and XI7s, Ord experts.
All right, there's our normal shot.
But he doesn't need these X-Rax here. He'll use that on the other Nebula.
Yeah, I'll wait. Because this one's already been hurting.
He only needs 1 damage through. He only has 2 braces.
Depowered armament. Just down.
Yep.
That blows up. That one's
Lead
gone.
Neb eliminated.
All right, we've got a ship down.
Here it
Side
comes.
to front. Now this is the one. Yeah.
Yep, X-Rax and Ord experts. Here we go.
We're looking at X-Rax coming in. Oh, XI7s too.
Well,
Ouch,
I mean,
this is
it
gonna
doesn't have any
hurt.
redirects, so
No,
it
but
doesn't matter.
But still, just it's a nasty build.
Yep. All right, he's gonna add in the blacks here probably.
All right, so here's our dice for 2, 3, 5 damage. X-Rax coming in. Okay.
And Ord experts.
Now my guess is here's where Kakin and Sholin comes in.
Ord experts.
Or Ordnance experts, rather. Yep. There's another 3.
Wow!
Ow!
What a hit!
So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage.
And he's
to
got
an
he can evade one of the black doubles. Yep, evade. And then
There's
brace.
evade. Okay, take 2 out.
Brace to 4.
Brace to 4.
Oof. With the crit. With the crit. He only had 1 shield in the front.
Yeah.
Projector
misaligned. Ow, that's going to drop a shield.
He'll the left-hand side with the 2 shields is gone now. He's got one left.
One left on that Neb B.
Well, I know what Kitsuanu's doing.
Yeah,
Oh no, Agate hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
Agate will get him. Okay.
One on the right.
All right, this Nebulon is in trouble.
Yeah, we're. The Nebulans, they can be powerful, but unfortunately, Tim has not been able to get a good series of Akbar shots.
They have to be at long range.
Yeah.
And that's just not where we're at here.
No, well, what wound up happening here is Jared played into this, knowing that if he can move fast, because all his ships were set for like speed 3 and 4 right from the get-go, so he can run right into those Nebulons. and be able to do what he can. So, I mean, we're seeing some good play here, and Tim is definitely flying his list remarkably well. But the speed and power of those MC30s is going to be tough for the net piece to deal with.
If you want to fly Akbar Nebulons, you have to fly them in this line
right.
to layer the firepower. But these obstacles are in the way, and these MC30s can just dodge in the front, which is how you really want to stop a conga line.
I mean, this is tactics that I would use with my MC30s, just because, again, you get in there, you get into close range, and you hurt.
Yep.
And that's really the key.
So the MC30 does have a nav command and a token, so he's got a lot of options how to get around this.
Plenty of room left for him to maneuver. I'm getting a note here from Armada Matt. Armada Matt was kind enough to do a lot of the resizing of the cards that we're using on stream. So Matt, thank you so much for the help. You gave us a lot of help back in 23, you did some more in 24, and we're still using your work. Just out of range here from that MC30. And we actually have the one that's no longer on camera, which is funny.
All right, so here we go, Ken. I'm gonna switch our camera over here. You did that. I gotta wait. We gotta deal with the delay to use our telestrator accurately. Here we go. So, listen, Akbar is in exceptional danger right now.
Yeah, that shot coming out of that MC30 is not going to be pretty.
This thing is gonna get blasted.
Yeah, it's made it through the defensive line of the Nebulon Bs.
Yep, jumped around. It's got plenty of space on the edge of the board. And that Pelta is 100 points with Akbar on there.
Yeah.
All right, CR90. Nav command. Ezra, here we go.
Ezra. Yeah, this is some potential problems here. Keeping our eyes out, watching what Jared's looking at maneuvering his next ship here.
All right, so has removed that asteroid from here to here, making it real easy for Agate to
just jump over.
Just escape.
That's actually kind of neat. This is one of the first times I've seen a defensive use of an asteroid like this to allow your ships to go over.
Yep. It's also, as these nebulons come this direction, it continues to block and make obstruction for all these shots.
Exactly.
No use for Akbar. So, Roger, the lists are not up on T4 quite yet.
Now, I've been told by the judges that they should have it sometime during round 2.
Yeah.
So once we get that information, we'll let you know.
So another Nebulon is activating?
Oh, we're doing Akbar. We're gonna see if we can do something. Can we do an Akbar slash? I think the answer is yes. So yeah, we've got range. So when we're looking at this view, right, Garrett? We're looking from this neb here, right?
Can't
Shooting
set.
out and out. So here's the shot.
All right, obstructed side shot into
There's one.
Agate. He loses one for obstruction. IF it. So 2 damage with the IF.
Picking it up.
All right. This is the shot out the right to the other.
Yeah. So that's
MC30.
4 damage.
That was a good roll.
Side to Admiral.
He evades re-rolls.
Still at 4.
The list will not be visible on T4, guys. Not at Worlds.
Defense chose token choice. Thinking. Oh, hang on. That was a. Oh. It was unobstructed shot. Wrong shot. So
Okay.
yeah, there's an extra die. That's what's going on.
Evade re-roll.
Yeah.
Got rid of that double. Admonition is going to redirect. Advanced projectors. Put it on the left-hand side.
Advanced projectors on an MC30. There's 15 points to kill it.
That thing is totally safe.
So 1 on the front, 3 onto the port side.
So we still got 3 shields. Here we go. Shield update.
You can hear my Discord sounds.
So 1 on the right, 2 on the front.
I am knocking out Discord. You can't hear it now. Thank you.
Thanks, Bradley.
This is the information we want to know.
That's true, because we can't hear it.
Yeah. Well, we turned off Discord. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're moving.
These are the glitches early on.
Overlap Ketsu here.
Shield updates are brought to us by Chris Rowe, who's helping us out at the table.
Hailing from Chicago. Ketsu's put on the back.
For our international audience, all the Shield updates are actually brought to us by Crofty.
Oh yeah, so we're calling him Crofty.
In fact, actually, we might later have Will Buxton joining us as well from the pit lanes. So we'll get to you guys all on that. I'm Bob Varsha, by the way, along with Steve Matchett.
I'm not keeping up with these references. I'm sorry, everybody. I am unaware. Squad dial?
Squad dial over here, guys.
What ship is that, Chris? Bright Hope activates squadron dial.
We do not know if there are any SSDs out on the field yet, but we can get back to you on that.
Z95. Counter back for nothing. All right, Tycho's coming in.
Tycho against YT 1300.
Ooh,
There's
good
3.
roll. He's going to need a Jan Orzet. Brace to 2.
That's scattered away. Most popular faction commander, we don't know yet. But we'll let you know. Part of it, as soon as we get the lists, we'll find out.
So right now we've got a weakened YT 1300. I think it's on 1 hull. 2 hull left.
2 left on the YT.
We got a full health 7 hull YT and the Jan Ors. All right, Bright Hope's on the move.
No, Rise, there's a lot of interest in this game. In fact, we now have, so this is our 3rd year of doing AdeptiCon.
This is the biggest world we've had.
It's the biggest world we had. Our first Worlds we did in 2023 at, I think, 80 players.
Yeah.
And then last year was 114, the largest Armada event ever. And we are at 146,
I want to say.
I think. I'm going to double check that for you right now. 147 players.
Yeah.
Right now.
Holy smokes.
At Worlds this year.
Not to brag, but we have more players than the Legion guys over there. So.
All right, speed 2.
All right, other Nebulon goes. The blue Nebulon. Side to side. Into, I'm guessing, Admonition. It's a good roll.
Oh, that is
That's
a good roll. We got the double there. We've got our accuracy. Okay. Admo tokens are now all exhausted.
Use that Confire token.
I would say, Rice, take a look at your local group, see if you can find an Armada group, and get in and get some games in. And actually, if you join us on the Ion Radio Discord, we're pretty good about pairing up people with different communities. X-Wing always has a couple more players than Armada, but let's be honest, 147 Armada players to 195 X-Wing players, that's good.
All right, we need a shield update. All right, advanced projectors used. Admonition has no shields, but no hull damage still.
Wow. But that's an MC-30. They're tough little ships.
Yep.
But once you get through the shields, it does not take long to get those 4 damage.
All right,
side into agate.
Adding in the Akbar dice.
Akbar dice added, so we've got a 2 intensify.
So 3 damage. But, agate's gone, man. Evade, cancel with foresight. Yep. All right, this Nebulon is now on the move.
Legion, I think, was hovering about 130 or so. We'll get a count for you on the Legion folks,
actually.
But
120, yeah.
121
for Legion.
So thank you, JM. So yeah, 120 for Marvel Crisis Protocol, 97 for Shatterpoint, and 121 for Legion. So yes, Armada is the second largest game and second only to X-Wing.
To our brother X-Wing.
Yep.
Oh, we bumped Nebs.
Ooh, ouch.
That kills the Nebulon in front of him because it only had 1 health left.
Ouch. So now, do we assign those points to Tim for killing his own ship?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They're Jared's. Put in the Jared bucket.
Torn Far's also taken one. Final activation here in round, I think we're still in round 3, right?
Yep, we're in round 3. All right, flacking. Agate flak. YT 2400, that's on 2. I'm sorry, YT 1300, that's on 2. Is getting shot at.
2400s are the...
Looks like a miss. Next one, another miss.
Pulled up the dice, taking a look what we got here.
Looks like we're in a flak. There's a hit.
There is a hit. Taking it, looks on the side.
It must have been the rear shot.
The rear shot into the side of the
front Nebulon.
Our sideline reporter had to have a conversation with one of our judges, so you know. Making our decisions here. I don't know what's really left when you start looking at our board, right?
Well, yeah.
So here we've got
this Nebulon.
Admo over here is gone to be gone. I mean,
Agate with capture the VIP token is out of the fight.
Yeah.
Jared's going to win the squadron battle and clean up the rest of the squad.
I agree, and you're going to see this MC-30 skirt along here. It's going to fire out the side here, and it's going to be able to fire out the side in right between them.
Jared can out-activate
right now.
Tim now, so he'll just wait, and then that Pelton will get closer, and he'll get another shot on that.
Yeah. So I mean,
close range.
This is the tides have turned, and a lot of it is just how aggressive Jared has been with his MC30s. And that CR90's pretty much stayed completely out of the fight.
Yep, hasn't had to do anything.
And the GR75 has done a lot with the Squadron activation.
Squatchman's, Ezra's Asteroid. I think these 2 Nebulons will get away, but I think Akbar is definitely going to get killed up.
Moving into Squadron phase here in turn 3. We are only in turn 3.
Yep, this has been a quick resolution. All right, attacking Jared's YT2400. Here comes this YT1300 shot. 4-hole in this YT2400 that's getting shot at.
Here comes our attack. Thinking about it.
Looks like we're checking for
some
obstruction.
Conversations here, yeah.
There we go. Torn far. 1 hit.
1.
So then now that YT's on 3 health, I think.
And we got a report from the field that there is an SSD out there.
Torn. 2 hits on it. How much hold does that YT have? Two hole left on that YT 2400. All right, now Jared's going. Wow, this is definitely going to eliminate this YT. He's going to counter back.
No brace from Cazares.
No reason to waste it.
Single counter.
So YT 1300 down.
And it's off the board. Wow.
Well, we're doing the squadron phase right now. I'll switch back to that side angle when it's time for Akbar to get shot at.
But moving right along. About ready to jump here into turn 4 in a moment.
Jared's trying to decide what squad move to make next. Still got Dash, still got another YT, still got Ketsu.
Take a look, figuring out where we're ranges and everything else, making our movements. Got a lot of squadrons to do.
Here comes Ketsu. Double blue bomber. Here we go.
What we got a question about Intel. What's the question about Intel?
Intel, of course, hands out grit to your friendly ships in one.
Now, one thing that does come up from time to time is that
all right, Ketsu's taking
we're
a
asked
shot
occasionally for rules clarifications. We'll get to that in a second.
I think we're taking Ketsu into Janor's.
2 hits.
Brace to 1.
Yep.
Counter back.
There's a counter too.
All right, she's got a scatter.
Scatter.
Ketsu scatter.
Oh, here's our shot back. It's a Ketsu.
Jam back. Brace to 2.
Now I got another
here comes
shot
the other rogue.
into the YT1300.
And we still have Dash to go.
2400.
All right, 7-hole YT1300.
Only 1.
Only 1 damage. 6 to go. And Dash is still stuck with his only 1 reroll. Let's see if Dash can spike here. Oh, 2. Reroll for 1. 2 damage. All right, that YT's down to 4. Bracing. Oh, he's burning him. No, they're not burning brace. Not burning brace, because both those braces are on red now. So, not getting rid of Janors. That's the end of that. We're going to the status phase, and we're going to command phase round 4 now. All right, here's this side shot.
Oddly enough, they're matched up with where they are on the table. Just in case anyone's wondering, our next coverage begins at 10:45 for the second round.
Fantastic.
We just got information. There's 50 minutes left in round 1, or the round of
Round 1.
round
turn,
1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Day 1.
Too many rounds and turns, Garrett. Oh, we got a shot.
All right, we are
coming out
activating.
here. All right, this is Neb B. I'm assuming this is out the side, or what are we shooting here?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is lead Nebulon shooting the rear of Admonition, who has no shields, by the way.
The Admin is down. We can actually, we can get a Yellowtail update for shields on the MC30,
0.
please. We think we're at
There's
0.
0.
Yep, zero's
0.
all around.
So he's got 1 other evade.
And I'll point out 10:45 Central Daylight Savings Time.
Yes.
Central Standard, and not 10:45 East Coast time.
Oh, we're getting a judge.
Judge
Judge
call.
is involved.
It's coming down on Expert Shield Tech.
Oh,
Yep.
well.
So we're waiting for judge clarification on EST.
Yeah.
We know the answer. Maybe that's a good card to bring up. What do you think, Garrett?
Get these judges, get the knees in the air, knees to chest.
Yep. The judges are taking their time. So here we go.
My guilty pleasure here. I can't wait till this Pelta
It's taken down.
gets absolutely shattered by this Admonition. Oh, these are pretty good rolls. Let's
So,
talk about this damage. So right now he's got an evade lockdown. He's got 5 damage on him. We have no shields.
Right.
So if he EST down to 4, evade reroll, we're at medium range.
Yes.
This could kill Admonition, actually, if
Potentially.
it does have no shields.
Yeah, well, there's no shield. I think there's 1 shield on the rear of Admiral. But, you know, I don't know that that's going to have much of an impact at this
So our
point.
Judge Allen here gave him
the-
the go-ahead.
Okay. Evade is being used for Admo and redirect for Expert Shield Tech.
So 3 to the hole.
Leaves him at 1.
That was a good. That was a good
that was a
Akbar
good shot.
That was good for Tim.
I mean, what this
he needed that.
actually does is show you that if you get into a hit from Akbar, you're in trouble.
Well, when you got no shields,
Yeah,
it's
well,
dangerous.
easy.
We're doing a flak.
It's Flak to Ketsu.
No, I think this is the generic YTs. Ketsu's up by that blue Nebulon.
Look at Torrent Far Range. Yeah, there's a reroll.
All right. Yep. Dash is on 5, and those generics are getting low. One of them, I think, is on 2.
Which
They were
one,
out-
the YT 1300? I
The
believe
YT
right.
2400 is on 2. The Dash is on 5. And then the generic other YT, I think, is on full health.
Would agree. measuring out some other spots.
All right, we are
There
on
goes
the
that net
move.
B. I think that one's going to be safe. We should be broadcasting at 1080.
Yeah, that might be your internet. All right, admonition is activating. He does need to go now, or he will die. So side shot into the blue Nebulon. Locks down the evade, takes the damage. He's at long range of the Pelta. So yeah, I think Admonition's gonna go down before he gets to get after Akbar. This is a huge break for Tim. So this will give back Tim 98 points if he gets Admonition cleaned up here with the second Nebulon and then Akbar's Pelta flagship.
We'll take a look and see why it's not going to 1080, but it should be.
Yeah, it's good to know if it's not. Thank you. All right, Pelta's Confire. Looks like he took the token, I think. Did he take the token or dial? All right, he did take the token. What a shot from the front. That does take out Admonition. Huge break for Tim. He needed those points back. All right, that brought us back down to even territory, closer to 7. That's like the best Pelta roll I've ever seen. He got like 5 damage out of it out the front. Okay, nav command. Nav command on CR90. Trying to stay out of that Akbar long shot. Speed 3 increase. Keeping the token on board. All right, Tim's got his Nebulon to go. He did get in long range. Confire dial. Ooh, he might just flak instead of shooting at the CR90. Blue die flak though, not the most efficient. All right, CR90 is getting shot at. Akbar, side shot into the front of the CR90. Good roll.
That's not bad. 3 hits with that accuracy. And
Confire and a dial?
Confire, yeah.
Doesn't even need to IF.
What I'm hearing for the cut is probably 48 because we have 147 players.
48.
Redirect.
Evade, cancel. And then redirect. One face up structural
Oh,
damage.
there's
on
a
CR90.
structural damage.
So the CR90 is halfway dead.
It is not an IN radio stream without a structural damage card getting pulled
That's
up.
true.
Can we throw a red flag out and
A red flag.
change the penalty? Well, with 147 players, they wanted to increase the size, so.
Looks like we're going speed 1. Did
What we
avoid
may
the
do,
land?
for viewers at home, since this is only coming out on 720, we're recording this at 1080, so we will
think he's
re-release
still
it
in range at long.
probably next week or a week after, just to improve the quality of the video for all the folks at home.
Now Tim is first player, so he might get a second shot on that
He might.
CR90
He
from
might.
the Nebulon. All right, Bright Hope's going, navigating. All right, Aggie, Foresight's activating. I wonder if he's going to come around. Oh, he is going to come around and aim to take out that lead Nebulon.
Well, that's an interesting spin. Maybe trying to go and take another kill.
He needs those points back now that he lost
He lost
ammunition.
ammo.
He has to get another 54 points of Nebulon.
Well, let's see. Tim's got his Pelta left, right? No, that's
He's got
not.
Akbar Pelta,
Yeah, Akbar Pelta.
and he's got the blue Nebulon.
Yeah.
Hey Chris, which Nebulon has enhanced armament on it? So both the remaining Nebulons have enhanced armament. Still quite a bit of damage.
I have a little showdown here.
Yeah, so this game's pretty close. Moving to the squadron face here in turn 4. We had 2 hits on something.
Ooh, YT 2400. That was on 2. Got taken down.
Yeah, with the squadrons being, this is Jan Orr's, 2, Tornfar to 3.
3 attacking, Chris. All right, we were that was a shot into Tycho, and it got scattered.
We're keeping tabs on things, but man, they're moving real fast here.
Okay, Z95 into the YT 1300.
Yep.
That's on 4.
And there's
Oh, wow!
Wow.
There's that once a day Z95 shot. 2 doubles.
That's an impressive.
Janor is that to 2 for sure.
I'm glad we got that one on camera.
Brace to 2.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Now he's got Dash Rendar left.
Jan braced that, by the way, so we're down. That only took 2.
All right, Tycho. Tycho is going now. 2 damage. Janor is again. Brace the 1. He's alive on 1 now.
1 hull left on that ship. Here's
Counter
a
back. Hit. Scatter. Checking range. All right. The remaining YT 2400 shooting the YT 1300. He just needs a single damage. That gets him. Counter back.
Counter, and he got it, though.
Or if I reroll, 1 back at him. How much hull does that YT 2400 have, Chris? All right, so the generic YT has 3 hull left. All right, Dash is free to move now.
And if I'm right, the only squadron that's been knocked down on Jared's side is a YT-2400, correct?
If Jarrett's only lost one fighter so far. Dash Rendar into Jan Ors, locks down her defense tokens. Dash Rendar reroll. 2 goes in. Counter back. 2 back. He'll probably brace that to 1. And leaves Dash on 4.
And Jan Ors on 1.
I think Jan's on 2 maybe.
No, 1.
Jan on 1, Chris? Yep. Jan's on 1.
Next shot here.
Here comes Ketsu. Brace to 1, 2. That gets her. Counter back.
Oh, counter 2.
Pretty good. Scatter though.
Tim's doing an outstanding job with the counters, but a lot of scanners.
Yep. All right. Well, that cleans up the Tim squadrons.
Yep.
And that's 56 points. Now Jared's squadrons are free to bomb that Nebulon.
That they are. So now taking a look, this can go either way still, I think. What it comes down to is...
No, well, I think Jared has this pretty good.
Well, Agate's still there with the 50-point VIP.
If this blue Nebulon kills the CR90, that'll be a lot of points.
Yes.
But I think Agate's going to clean up this Nebulon on the bottom of the board here, though.
Well, and that's going to be the thing, because you got to run around. I think, well, so here's the thing. You've got Jared right now. It's got the opportunity to win this, but right now we're looking at probably only like a 6-5. So he needs to take down another Nebulon to get into 7-4 territory. The problem's going to be if he loses that CR90, well, it's a wash.
He's got the 50 points for VIP, though.
Right. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So he's got a couple nebs.
40 minutes left.
Squad ball, VIP. So right now, the biggest thing for Tim is he's trying to mitigate his loss for sure. All right, here we go. Blue Nebulon's going. The one in the center, next to all the squadrons.
It's got Tarn Far on it. Engineering.
What's the command dial?
There's engineering.
Repair.
Yeah.
Moving shields. Trying to protect himself from the bombers.
Yep, so 1 to the front, moving it to the other side. Yep. Moving 2, and then adding 1 with the engineer. We're going to get
Was he not in range of that CR90? Oh, he was out of
out of range.
Ah, ooh. Got it. Obstructed
Thanks
shot.
to King of Britons for sitting here watching us. We appreciate it.
All right, Jared's activating.
2's all around on that Neb B. No, it's Neb B, right?
Chris, what shields did you just tell us? Blue Nebulon, 2 shields on each side. CR90 activates. Jared really wants to keep this ship out of the fight now. CR90 dropped to speed 1. Make sure it stays safe the rest of the game. Okay. Tim is activating the Pelta, taking the Confire token to keep IF going.
So just to answer some of Pelta Confire. Moving along, trying to stay in a good spot here.
Bright Hope's going. Jared here is obviously waiting for that lead Nebulon to move so he can potentially get his agate into a good position.
A couple games have already finished up here. There's a couple 10s on the board.
Couple. Woo.
So we've got 23 players done, so 11 tables have reported it.
All right, lead
Lists have
Nebulon.
not been posted yet. Those will probably come up sometime during round 2, is my guess. Okay, full shield's back up on that Nebulon.
Full shield's on the front. Now he's getting close to the edge of the board there. He does not have a nav command. He's going speed 3.
Drop to speed 2.
He's at speed 2.
Circling around.
Yep, foresight's coming. Agate's navigating.
Just move around. That's going right into the front of that Neb B.
He needs to make sure it can't jump.
Now, this is the perfect time to see a Nebulon B blast into that Admo.
Well, Admo's pretty much full.
Yeah.
Full token, full health, plus agate.
This is where Tim throws a surprise out to showcase what his Neb B can really do, right?
I mean, he had a pretty good roll when he shot the rear of the Admo. All right, that's a good position to be in.
We're going into the squadron phase.
Yep, they're leaving and they're going to go help Agate ship destroy this Nebulon. A little bit of insurance for next round. Even if Tim has a nav command, takes it to speed 3, could get across potentially. We got to clean up those shields and the hull. Tycho's moving. Dash. And Ketsu moved. Okay. All right, status phase. And the start of round 5.
Double arc on agate from that Nebulon.
Yep.
So are we going to see the Akbar shot, or are we going to? I think in this case, what you want to do is do the double shots.
Yeah, 3 reds out the front of the Nebulon.
Debating how close this is, may or may not be a ejection call. Nope, they're calling it in.
And double. No, this one does have enhanced armament, so he'll get 3 dice out each side. Curious to see what Tim reveals here. IF for ship phase.
Going into round, this is now round 5, right?
Round 5.
Yeah. So here we go. The lead here.
Nav dial on that lead Nebulon.
So the question on everyone's mind is, do we Akbar or double arc?
Double
No,
arc,
you and I
sure.
would do double arc. No Akbar.
Yep, he's doubling. Here we go. Front shot. Front to front.
Yeah.
Good roll.
Ooh,
2
wow.
doubles.
With Intensify, there's
IF
5.
it to 5.
That's going to hurt.
Tim is visibly happy.
Yes.
Foresight, re-roll. Takes it down by 2.
Yep.
use that brace.
Brace, redirect.
All right, so we evade, brace, and redirect.
Now remember, this is an agate.
0 shields on the rear.
This is an agate MC30. They have a brace with agate. Side to front. Ooh, 2 more coming in.
Just trying to decide whether he wants to lock something down. He can get him to burn a token.
Green redirect is accuracy.
We roll with the other evade. Stays a crit. Jared's checking range for that other Nebulon. All right, two to the front.
2 to the front. Wow.
What are our shields on the on Foresight?
We're gonna get a shield update from you guys for a minute. We're gonna see what are the starboard side, or that'd be port side of the shields there.
We got 1 on the front, 2 on the right, 0 on the rear, and 1 on the left.
1 on the left. Wow. Tim hit that pretty hard, and with that other Nebulon sitting there, could he potentially knock out Admiral? Ooh, there's a ram to 1 damage.
He's staying.
Not going to go onto the side.
Well,
That's
he
gonna be tough.
He didn't have a double.
No.
From Foresight.
No.
So this Nebulon's in a pretty good spot. So that means that Nebulon has 1 hole, and now Foresight has 1 hole down.
Right.
So now they've got, Neb's got 4 left, MC30's got 3 left. This is really interesting now, actually. Because there's another round after this. All right,
Correct.
Jared's moving the CR90.
Speed 1 move here. Do we have range? That's the question. No.
No range. I don't think he deflects.
Just out of range. Engineering, I believe? No. Navineer.
What command?
There was an
Repair,
engineering command,
I think he's got full shields though on that guy. Bright Hope's going. Okay. Boy, now we got a game. And boy, Tim must be happy to be first player right now, I gotta tell you.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, because in
Holy
this
smokes.
case, you've got an opportunity to make that extra shot.
Agate's Foresight not hitting the double after that maneuver was a huge game changer for Tim.
Now, speaking of, here's Agate. We're going to make our shot. Front to front. Okay.
Doesn't have Kaken.
Nope.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Wolf. H9s.
H9s.
Block that evade probably. Yep,
On
block the evade.
Yep.
Brace to 2. Brace
To
to
the front
2.
because of the brace.
Wow.
All right. Wow. Beautiful rolls. I mean, we've got some good rolls in this game.
Yes.
This is shaping up to be a real exciting game here at the end.
Oh man, I'm thinking Jared right now is regretting his decision to turn around and come after that. He should have just left.
There's a ram that's 2 and 2.
Oh my gosh, the
you
MC30's
got
on
2
2
left
health.
on that MiG-30.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Yeah,
Wow.
I think in this case I would have run and taken the 7-4.
Oh, this is huge. This might turn this into a 10 victory because he's also going to lose the capture the VIP token.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't think he'll be able to pick it up in time.
Well, you got another turn. If
He'd have to kill it. He'd have to kill it and then, activate and pick it up.
So yeah, here's what I'm looking at, Garrett.
All right, here comes the squadrons, rogues.
If we can get, we'll go through this when we get
Ketsu
to
double bomber?
between rounds.
Oh my gosh. There's what he wants, hit crit. Evade reroll the crits. Do a hit. Chris, is this into the front or side? All right, we're hitting the front of the Nebulon. Brace to 1. All right, Black Knight Bomber misses. Next.
This is everything that you need these to hit.
Here. Oh man,
no,
another
wow.
miss. Oh my
Another
gosh.
one.
Holy smokes.
Right.
1 damage.
We got one
Dash
in at
reroll.
least, but man, they're calling it here.
Was that, were we in round 6?
We were in round 5. Did we skip around?
Wait. Did we miss a round?
Hang on a second, folks. We'll be right back. I thought there was only 5 rounds. Did they play through a round and we didn't see it? No.
Dude, I'm speedy, man.
Clearly, we missed a round. All right.
We missed.
Well, folks, somehow we missed a round. Apparently, they were playing so fast. We're going to blame Chris here for not letting us know that they jumped around. We thought they were around 5.
We were watching the whole game. I don't really know how I skipped around.
Yeah, so, all right, well, we'll take it.
Well, that's the end.
That's the end of this game. We'll get you the scores in a minute because this was a wild and crazy game.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll be fixing a couple things as we move along as well, though, into this. So, big shout out, though, to Chris, because he did help us out a lot. And we are going to fix that 1080 problem. I found the issue. That's a checkbox that needs to be hit here with YouTube, I'm assuming. So as soon as that's done, we'll mark out. Not sure why it was broadcasting in 1020 or 720, so apologies.
Oh, that's why it's the first round, right?
Yeah, round
Working the
1.
kinks. Working the kinks.
We're going to work the kinks out, but otherwise it seems like everything else seems to have done well and whatnot. We'll give you the alternative table view. Yeah, I think they fast played round 6.
Must have.
I agree.
Or we missed 2 to 3 or something and didn't change it. We got lost.
Clearly we did.
I'm gonna be honest, everybody. We have like 7 things happening in front of us, and we might have missed it.
I think what we're going to do.
I need another system. I need to get one of my trackers out and hold it.
Yeah,
here
I
myself.
agree. We're going to do that. So, Garrett, let's switch out back to the presentator cam so that we can sit there and talk to you guys and see it. So, we're going to take a picture of our setup here. We're going to post it up on the Ion Radio Discord so you guys can see. Because, good God, we've got a lot going on. Actually, I could take this one off because we're not getting our in-flight report. But as you can see, we've changed up how we're doing our broadcast here. We don't have the headsets right now. That's our backup. We're leveraging our lapel mics. And we are getting this right from the table, so everything's coming audio.
Yeah.
So we're still getting used to hearing like 6 things at once.
That's right, because we used to use a board to read. They were holding the board up to show us what was happening.
Right.
Now they're telling us, so we have somebody talking to our ear while we're trying to talk, read the chat.
Right, exactly.
And we have this telestrator that we're trying to use.
Where we've got our nifty, we can draw things on the stream, so I think that's kind of cool. We are slowly but surely making our way up.
Yeah, but let's fix
we're going to get the score here
resolution
in a second. Once we get the score,
214 to 111. So that's a 7, right?
That's about 103 points. That's a 7-4. Yes.
Yep. 7 for Jared.
So win for Jared. So
that
congrats
capture the
to
VIP
Jared.
was super important.
Honestly, yeah. But if he would have lost the Agate ship, that's 127 points. 50. That's 100. He'd be down.
Oh my gosh! I can't
50.
believe I was thinking
that would have been a win for Tim. We apologize for that. Again, way too much going on.
Oh my
but
gosh.
that's okay because that's kind of the fun of what we're doing here. Now, so that you guys are aware. We've got more action coming on. We've got this is just round 1 here in day 1. So we will go ahead and jump into round 2 at 10:45. So that's about 45 minutes from now. We're going to take a break. And for Han Brolo, yes, I am going to go get a second cup of coffee. So Garrett, you got anything else you want to say for the end of this game here?
No, you've caught me speechless. I was just thinking about how I'm going to get an energy drink out of the cooler. I'm already tired. Listen, everybody, we've already been here for like 3 days, okay?
Yeah,
Getting set up.
We've been doing a lot. This has been a lot. But you know, that's okay. We're fresh and ready to go.
We're balling.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So final recap of the scores. We've got Tim here. We will throw in a T4 link in the next stream for you guys.
Yes.
There's one in here up above. But final score recap, Tim 111 points, Jared 214. That's a 7-4 for Jared. And we're going to go up from there. So you have been watching the 2025 Star Wars Armada World Championship here at Adepticon, and I'm Ken saying so long from both Garrett and myself here on Iron Radio from the Baird Center in Milwaukee.